SDA1. Happy Tuesday to all of you. Heck yeah, a little sing song.
Little sing song.
Little sing song. I'm a little excited. I got
Little sing song.
It's Tuesday, May 9th, and this is episode 33 of our Tuesday teachings. And today's topic is the new earth. So heck yeah. So we'll get to divine light, what's true about it, what's not true about it. And then I have this book, Conversations with God. That is awesome. It's by Neil Donald Walsh. And what he has done is like write a book to God through auto writing. So like he'll ask a question and then he'll auto write the answer. And that's what this is. And this has a great little parable of a new soul coming here and what it means. And I wanted to read that because it's effing awesome. And I think it will really help us have a better understanding of what's going on here and what the new earth is and all of that wonderful stuff. I see Destiny's here with a hey friends, I'm here for it. Well, hell yeah, you are. Welcome, Destiny. All right. Well, I'm going to start with this little quip real quick because again, I think it's just beautiful and I think it just brings us understanding. So the question he asked here is, why is the world in the shape it's in? And then he kind of goes into it. So this is kind of like an offshoot of that question. So, let's see. Okay. There once was a soul who knew itself to be the light. This was a new soul, and so, anxious for experience, I am the light, it said, I'm the light. Yet all the knowing of it and all the saying of it could not substitute for the experience of it. And in the realm from which this soul emerged, there was nothing but the light. Every soul was grand, every soul was magnificent, and every soul shone with the brilliance of my awesome light. And so the little soul in question was as a candle in the sun. In the midst of the grandest light of which it was a part, it could not see itself, nor experience itself as who and what it really is. Now it came to pass that this soul yearned and yearned to know itself. And so great was its yearning that one day I said, do you know, little one, what you must do to satisfy this yearning of yours? Oh, what, God, what? I'll do anything, the little soul said. You must separate yourself from the rest of us, I answered, and then you must call upon yourself the darkness. What is the darkness, O Holy One? The little soul asked. That which you are not, I replied, and the soul understood. And so this soul did, removing itself from the all, yea, going even unto another realm. And in this realm, the soul had the power to call into its experience all sorts of darkness. And this it did. Yet in the midst of all the darkness did it cry out, Father, Father, why hast thou forsaken me? Even as have you in your blackest times. Yet I have never forsaken you, but stand by you always, ready to remind you of who you really are, ready, always ready to call you home. Therefore be a light unto the darkness, and curse it not, and forget not who you are in the moment of your encirclement by that which you are not. But do you praise to the creation, even as you seek to change it? And know that what you do in the time of your greatest trial can be your greatest triumph. For the experience you create is a statement of who you are and who you want to be. I have told you this story, the parable of the little soul and the sun, so that you might better understand why the world is the way it is and how it can change in an instant, the moment everyone remembers the divine truth of their highest reality. Now, there are those who say that life is like a school, I've been one of these, and that these things which you observe and experience in your life are for your learning. I have addressed this before, and I tell you again, you come into this life with nothing to learn. You have only to demonstrate what you already know. And the demonstration of it, you will function it out and create yourself anew through your experience. Thus do you justify life and give it purpose. Thus do you render it holy. So it is saying you come here, you are experiencing life, and you have to fully experience the cycle for it to stop. So when we talk about facing your darkness, it's because you need the cycle to stop. So that gives confirmation to that. And I love that it talks about, like, if we all remembered where we were, the world will change in an instant. Well, is this not the new earth?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is Loki. Yeah, this is the new earth. You have old souls and new souls, and right now it's the ascension of the planet as people are moving up. We need to move up. You can't, if you stay here, you can't. So with the ascension happening, like I said, this is four, I've been here 4 planets. Lawrence has been here a lot longer, but this is now new souls experiencing it different. What they're doing is they're bringing in a different kind of experience for people to learn. And the new souls are the ones that are bringing in, make you think. They make you think. They are the ones that will do anything because they're new. They don't have it in the soul that they have been destroyed, like, or broken. They feel this. You're not really destroyed and you're not really broken, but say they haven't had enough experiences and they want to do everything. Like they're just out like a Gemini. If you're like just out, you're just because you're just so excited to be here. An old soul has done it all. They're the ones with the, as you would say, the symptoms. I don't categorize this, but it seems like it's called PTSD. I would say every freaking human has this. Every human has it because the old souls, not new souls, old souls, because old souls have seen it, demonstrated it, and they're tired and they want to go home. So good news, if you're an old soul, you're going home. We're giving it to the new souls. The new souls are now taking over. But what they're doing, the last round for the old souls, they're making them think, do the last second learning. You got a little bit of your karma. The new souls make you think. You probably, you got a child, a neighbor, co-worker, whoever, and if they seem like they're pushing your buttons and you're just like, they make me angry. No, they're probably a new soul getting you as an old soul to wake up and face it. It's mirroring. So that's what's really happening right now. And that's demonstration of a new soul, what you just read.
Yeah.
It's just, you're not here. You're here to demonstrate what you already know. What are we doing? We already know the stuff. We're just here demonstrating it. We just can't be here in this realm. We're trying to get everybody back up. And now one thing with Marcus, he's actually higher, but he went down a little bit so he could help others ascend. So Krishna's actually already could be here, but because he wants to have everybody follow, he does that. Now me, it's just because of my vibration. Locaeus, same. So Locaeus and Marcus actually could have already gone to light, stay in that light, because that's where you go. But they have moved down a little bit. Doesn't mean they're like, no, they're not. It just means they want you as old souls. We want you to all get it, but we got to help the new souls grasp it, because when new souls leave, now it's up to the new souls, but they're excited to take on the challenge. They're excited. Like, this is something they've wanted for a very long time. And they've already been taught from the other planetary sources, from other old souls, and they're excited. Like old souls like us, like the school has taught them, and they're excited and they want to do it all. The old souls are tired. They just want to go home. They're just tired. But that's okay. I think it's beautiful both ways. If you're teaching, like Sarah Proud, if you're teaching like Sarah Proud, Gabby Bernstein, you're an old soul, you're going home. Because this is what you're teaching now. You're going to go home because you're trying to teach the new souls. It's time. But they're going, like I said, they're the ones that make you think. They're the ones that make you think. They're the ones that are going out like with the pride. They're saying, pride rights. The new souls are doing all of this. They're ones saying, wake up to this. This is stupid. Yes. You get out of this old-fashioned beliefs and stuff. Maybe a homeless person. All you're doing is saying, look at me. It doesn't matter the situation. Quit judging me based on what you see. They make an old soul think. Get out of your shit. Get out of it. Because if you're demonstrating this darkness, you stay in the darkness, you're not learning anything. You have to expand to the light. So, and that's what you just read. I love that. That's absolutely perfect.
Perfect. So I have a question. So we've talked about New Earth ascending and that we were in 3D and that we were ascending to 4D and then 5D. So if my understanding is correct, 4D is the dimension with time and space. So does that mean as we ascend, we outgrow the illusion of time and space?
Yeah. I'm gonna bring Lawrence because he's not in the illusion. Right. So, right. All right, Miss Lawrence. I'm not in the illusion.
Okay.
I would be what you would call 60. I'm not in the illusion at all. I didn't want to come here and create a karmic anything.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to do it. And the Fruit Loop clan, I apologize for the name. I had to make sure Raccoon knows he's not part of that. We're not part of that. The others, and Lazarus is not part of that. It's just there, and not Lucifer is not part of that. I'm just making sure we are clear who that is part of. But they're part of the illusion. But they're still high up, and they're experiencing. They're like basically they're learning how it is to be in the woman. So basically, like the illusion. Like they're ascended, and I'm using them as an example so you understand what I'm saying. Now, like people you asked on the one, like why are they there or what are they experiencing? Well, it's because they've each have treated each of the priestesses, you, Michelle, and Destiny, and Laura, your cousin Lauren. We've all just been, kind of assholes, including myself, because I could have stopped it, and I didn't stop it because I'm just watching this all transpire, and I'm looking down at them playing "Stop Hurting," and these are all different things, and it's still kind of going on. So I didn't like what I'm seeing, but I didn't stop, so I'm just as guilty. So this is why I'm here. But so they're not really in the illusion, but but for them to get the lessons that they haven't got to heal what they've done, they have to. Michelle and Laura got into some kind of fight. Okay, it's been taken care of, just a lot of tension happening, and just do a lot of things happen, and it's all good now. But so all of this is going on, and all of the fighting. So you hear Locaeus goes. He goes, I was a terrible son because I did all that to her, but she died before I could say I'm sorry. So there was a lesson in that for him to, and so he was like, but that passed. Once it passed, that illusion passed. Now, when you are in 60, I'm not in the illusion. See, how I see things is in color. I see you in color. I see you in numbers, and I see you as a barcode. And everything here is lines in the barcode. Like where there's an object, I'll see like maybe dark, but I'll see it move a little, vibrate. I don't allow myself to channel fully because I don't want to get hit. Because once I hit the human mind, I will start seeing the illusion because I'm searching of their eyes. I don't want to do that. So if you notice when I'm channeling her, I'm not really looking at anything specific. I'm looking at energy codes is how I'm doing it. And I'm just like, you even said, I just see you as a ball of light. Well, because I've ascended so high and and where you humans are going, there will be no illusion. There won't have to be an illusion. The illusion is a 3D, 4D thing. Right. Once you get to 5D and 6D, there is no need for an illusion because now you're in the new earth and you're loving, but you can still have your things happen. Because when I was in, I've been here, Loki's been 4 planets. There's actually 8, I've been here, but it was light. It was beautiful. Before anything, there was no dark sprinkled anywhere. It was just free will was introduced. And once that's introduced, you can make the decision. I want to learn more, but it was it's like you're going to college, you're going to Harvard. You want to just learn more. The illusion gives you that option to do. Some people don't ever want to go through Harvard because it's just like, I don't want to do that. But it gives you the experience to teach. If you have the illusion, that's like when you go back to your planetary system, wherever you are, like for me, I'm not going to have that knowledge because I have chosen, I don't want this knowledge. Doesn't mean I'm a deity that don't want it. I'm a star, like I'm an Atlantean that don't want it. I just do not want that knowledge. But see, the Fruit Loop clan and the Lazarus, they want that. Sorry, but they want that. They want that experience of the illusion, even though they don't really. Krishna don't need to have that or whatever. Loki teaches it because that's it. And Lucifer, they teach the illusion. He did the walk on. He did the walk. I watched the walk. It was for the illusion. Jesus kind of dabbled in the illusion. But he knew it was illusion, though. He walked knowing it was an illusion. You, as a human, you can actually walk as long as you say, I am love, I'm not fearful. You're not really going to have an illusion. You really don't, as long as you've got to tell yourself. You're just telling yourself it's an illusion. You could really create yourself to a 6D here because you really are a ball of light. You are not, you could levitate. You can do all of the things. that you've heard Jesus do. He walked on water. Yes, a human can do, you can do that because it's all in here. So as you rise up out of the illusion, and when I say that, you're loving yourself, you're giving of others, you're having this like stranger appreciation day, you are picking up the trash, showing Mother Earth, you're having social gatherings, or you're just having a gathering within your family. You don't have to have it if you're just not into that, but you're still giving to other people. And if that's your social media, but you're still giving in some way, and of your time, you expand it, and it's beautiful to watch. But the illusion does fall apart. Once it's like all it is your ego. As ego equals illusion. Yeah. Once your ego is kind of like that, and that's what it is. So it does. I don't see illusion, and I don't miss it. I don't want it. I really don't. I've just seen it. But it's like when you go to Atlantis or wherever your star seed goes, you're going to be sought out as a teacher because you saw the illusion, and that's the biggest thing. This realm is the only realm that holds the illusion, and it's amazing because you go, "Whoa, you went to the illusion? Oh, I got to learn from you." The goosebumps. Yeah. Because you're going to be that teacher. Isn't that great? You get to teach, and then you go, the new souls are there, and then you're teaching them to go here and go, I'm creating within this illusion, but I'm breaking the illusion. Imagine you're that soul breaking the illusion, and that's like a fantastic time. The teachers, the old souls are teaching that. They're teaching that because they've been to the illusion for so long. But yes, you're right, Angie. I like that question because people need to understand that.
Yeah. So I've heard Dolores Cannon talk about how as we progress to the new earth, that it was like the earth would like separate into two. Is that really what's going on? Is there still going to be an old earth that exists with people that don't want to ascend yet? And then the new earth is pulling apart with the people that do want to ascend?
Yes. Well, that's what you'd call your demons and your angels.
Okay.
That's all. And when I say demons, it's just somebody that, and here's the thing, it's all a learning. It's your choice. Yeah. You can learn. I mean, here's the thing. You're learning regardless if you're in a high vibration or a low vibration. You're still learning. But what will be happening is it won't be able to get together. Like they'll have to be over here and it'll be over here. And that is the truth. They cannot be around a high vibration. It'll make you go down, make you discreet. Like a singing bowl, the high vibe, they will not be able to handle it. And it doesn't mean they're possessed. Yeah. It just means high level and low level and then that's what you would call hell. That's what you call hell. There is no hell. Okay. There is no hell, but that's what you would call it. Basically it would be, they're going to have the new earth and that's what's happening. It's just going to separate. But again, it's low level because low level can still teach to their star. Yes. Like they're chosen. And that's a hard thing to teach. The easiest is a high vibration. I get that. And a lot of the low vibration will probably be the new star seeds. Again, the new souls are going to probably do that only because that's a great teaching. Again, they're staying within the illusion and they're teaching. So no matter where you are in your journey, you're still teaching. If you're an angry person, you hate everybody, you're still teaching somebody else something regardless. And if you're like an old soul and you are over here and you're teaching this love and light, you're teaching something too. Both sets of knowledge is very important to the creator because you already come in with all of it. You're still like Loki. Look at Loki. He'd probably be over here, but they're over here. And but he's still teaching. So there's room for all kinds of teachers, Mm-hmm. We don't learn without them and they don't learn without that. So Dolores Cannon is absolutely right. Perfect. Yeah, she's absolutely 100% right.
When we went to Dromes, I got this stinky little garbage monster and he's in the garbage can. So like, he'd be like the demon teacher that stays in the old earth.
Yeah.
Gloppy would be. So just think of that. So if you're thinking of the old earth and demon, just think of Gloppy. This is Gloppy. He's just in here in his garbage can teaching about it. That's all. If you want to go in your garbage can, he'll be in there with you.
Yeah. Because the way I say it, I've said it before, it's going to be like the end of like you all just expanded the blue heavens. I'll be waiting alongside the roaches and Cher.
Yeah.
I'll be like waving you all in there, just going, come on, Cher, come on, I'm done. I want to go home.
So I guess another question I have is, I know over the past, I don't know, I'm going to say 3 years, it might be more than that my body has changed. I feel like as I get more light codes, my body changes. I have to change my diet. I have to drink more water. So are our bodies also changing through this? Are they getting lighter to where like matter maybe we outgrow the matter of the life. Can you explain that to help us out?
Yeah, this is still Lawrence. Yeah, well, this is Lawrence. The other one's Loki. This is Lawrence.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's been a day.
Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday. It's a day. Well, tomorrow's hump day, I hear. So
Wow.
yeah, it's hump day. And so and as a deity, I don't understand the hilarity of that, but now see, you can go, oh, that's funny.
It's great.
Yeah. Like, may the fourth be with you. Say that to a deity.
They love it.
Yeah, just say that. So what was your question again? I got sidetracked with all things we don't understand.
Do our bodies lighten up, or do we
Yes.
outgrow our bodies as we ascend?
Well, as you ascend, your body, okay, Michelle, for example, I'm going to use that. So October 9th, the doctors, she went to the ambulance and to the doctor, and they really couldn't give her anything. She said, what happened? She goes, okay, that's helpful. But what happened is she ran her sodium. Now, the more she channels, the more she does it, she needs more sodium. And her diet, like, she's got to have the Pedialyte, that they said she's got to have. And now before she could, like, humans can fast. She's changing. Well, now she's got to have the sodium to help do that. She's got to move more, drink more water, because it's breaking apart. You'll notice with every spiritual awakening, a human will go forth. You'll have like diarrhea. You're gonna have a horrible headache. You're gonna feel terrible.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have body aches. But the basic symptoms are you're going to have diarrhea, water poop, as you say it, water poop, and a really bad headache that makes no sense whatsoever. And no matter what you do, and your throat could hurt as well. Hers will start hurting, and she'll go, "What's that all about?" So when you feel all these symptoms, but then you feel extra energetic, like you just want to jump up and down, and like she'll like go out and want to walk, like, and it's like, what is going on? And sleeping, you will not sleep worth a shit. Now, could be, now maybe not. Michelle sleeps 4 hours a night, and she's frustrated because she'll go sleep 4 in the morning, wake up at 8, but she'll read, and she's like, I cannot sleep. I said, but that's okay, because you're just, there's so much here, because your body, the human body's breaking through a light. That's a good thing. Yeah. So, but if you are sleeping, that's great too, because you really should be getting your sleep. But if she cannot, and that's just part of it. Trevor does not sleep. She does not sleep. And it's just what it is. And she gets frustrated. So now she does all of her research at night, or she'll rowdy shift and see us or whatever. But she tries so hard to sleep. So that's another symptom. But yeah, your body's breaking down, and it's wonderful. Every spiritual awakening a human has, your body starts breaking down, and sometimes doctors just go, I don't even know what the hell to tell you. I don't know. They really could, and that tells you, because but if your body is experiencing, like, I've noticed things like lupus coming around, MS, and I know it's been here. Fibro, you've had fibro. Well, that's just your body having a spiritual awakening. That's all it is. I know it's painful, but it's just how your body's reacting to it. It's reacting to the newness of this new body. Like your mom and dad, for example. How many spiritual awakenings have your parents had? But look how active they are. They look youthful. That's another, you will look youthful. Yeah. You're going to be active. You're going to be in love and generous, and you're going to do all of that. But your mom and dad are a great example of what happens during spiritual awakenings. Several. You just don't have one. You have several. And you notice your mom will have all kinds of stomach problems, and they'll have headaches, and all of these things. That's why COVID came around. Besides the fact people kind of wanted to stay in the house, COVID was another spiritual thing. People were getting all these symptoms, and that's how the body's reacting to it. Yeah. So that's what's going on. Your body's just changing because it's this different energy, and it's high vibration. It can't, low vibration, high vibration, again, can't coexist.
So we have some comments over here. Dana was here with a hello and likes a happy heart face. Destiny said every day can be hump day if you choosy. And Cosmo dug that comment pretty hard when he glanced over here. And she said her body has changed so much that she keeps being asked how she lost weight, and her only answer is healing. Yeah, the body changes has really been incredible. Like our skin is clearing up. I don't know. I feel like I'm finally getting like stronger in a way, and all the water, and I can't eat what I used to be able to eat. But there's just been a lot of changes over the years. It's been crazy.
And well, Michelle, that her right now, she's not wearing any makeup. She has that vitamin C.
Yes.
Yeah, and then she's wearing eyeshadow and all of this, but she's not wearing anything here. And I'm like amazed. Like, she did a workout today, a 30-minute workout. Typically she can't do, and she did it. And she says, that is weird. I said, no, it's not. Your body's expanded, honey. It's expanded. And she's excited to be happy because she's like, whoa. And she's doing these things, and your body, it changes. And that's what as you heal, you let go, and it's just like that. And it just opens up this light that is so beautiful. And the more you bring in this love, like I had Michelle just say, today's kind of a day. And we've just said, it's another day. Don't put no judgment on this day, and put love. And so she's kind of smothered by Marcus. I get that. And it's to teach love. And see, when you're in a loving state, you approach it love and you go towards love. Are you going to get frustrated? Well, yeah, you're going to get frustrated, but it's all going back to love in that. But as you expand, it's easier. Angela, you notice that. And anybody right now in the comments, you notice it's getting easier to have leadership. It's easier to know the confidence that you can do this, whether you're an old soul or new soul. You're seeing the newness of it. That's kind of cool. Maybe writing things down to see how you have changed.
Yeah.
Gratefulness and things like that, and seeing all the wonderful things and stuff. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, I think that's great. I mean, It's just validation.
And I wanted to add that Scott always says that we need to remember doctors are practicing medicine. And I think that is great. I think sometimes we expect doctors to have all the answers of things, and they don't. They are practicing medicine. Like, there is a reason it's called a practice. They don't really know, man. It's just another human system. Well,
see, doctors, what's going to happen with doctors in the future is there's not going to be no need for doctors, because as you expand, you're healthy. You don't need a doctor. I mean, every problem that a doctor can give and solve for you is something you've already talked yourself into. That's why I don't like WebMD. That's why I don't like any of this stuff. This is still Lawrence. I heard Loki say who this is. But I don't like these things because it gives the human an idea, and you'll give the stuff to you, Like if they say you're predisposed to heart problems, well, I guarantee you're going to have something with your heart because somebody's already told you. Yeah. But in the future, humans are going to know I'm healthy. I don't need, because the higher up you go, food's not a necessity. Water is always, because your water's majority water. Yeah. But then the higher you go, water is not going to be needed. Food's not needed, because this is all stuff that's kind of a low vibration thing. You'll notice you don't have to eat as much. She watched Tony Robbins thing, and one of the doctors said it's a misconception that you have to eat like 3 times a day and whatever. He said, and he's like and he's like 50, and he looks like he's like 40, and he's like, you're very youthful. He said, I eat once a day and I snack. And he said doctors get frustrated at him, like, you need to do and he says no. And he said what Scott basically said. That's what he said. He said the very same thing. I love that doctor. I feel Scott should have been on that Tony Robbins thing. He might have been. I bet Scott was. I bet he was there. He's a busy guy. We would have been happy to say, oh, Scott is here. I feel, I feel Scott should have his own corner, Scott's corner. Me too. I always tell him he needs to do his own videos. He was the Death Wish coffee dude in a video. I don't know if you remember that video. It was great. Yeah, I don't remember that video. Yeah, the kids dressed up. Well, who were they? I think they were Harley Quinn and Wonder Woman. And they came into the house, and the Death Wish coffee dude was here. So they beat him up, and then Cleo got in on it. Cleo was attacking the Death Wish coffee dude, and it's good. It's good time. No, I thought he was an actual commercial. I think he was. No, I do remember. He should be in a Death Wish coffee commercial. Destiny said, that's the teaching I was working on today, the dangers of identifying with our diagnoses and the power of belief and holistic healing. Yeah. Speaking of that, I was reading that Conversations with God, and it said that all pain stems from a judgment. Is that Karoo? Is that Karoo? What the heck words? What is a Karoo? Yeah, this is Loki, and it's Karoo. Yeah, Karoo. I should bring Lokias and let him speak Minion now, because he does his Atlantean. It sounds like he's speaking Minion, but yeah, Yes, it is. So yeah.
So true.
Once again, what was the question? I mean,
I forget.
okay, because obviously spirit is going and bypassing it and that, but it was Karu. What you said was,
I know what it was. That all pain stems from a judgment.
yeah, well, yeah, it was. Well, that's what's going on. Is I got so excited over everything else.
For the Karoo.
The Karu, we got sidetracked on Karu, but no, what's going on is every pain is, well, it could be coming from another life. It's coming from somewhere else, but your body, if you hold something down and hold something down, it'll stem in your body somehow. Like Michelle, for example, like her arm, her arm's been pissing her off. Like she cusses out her arm and it's hilarious. And she's like, I can't move my arm. I can't see my arm. And we're like, fucking move your arm. Fucking move your arm. That would help you out, man. So she did the workout today and she moved her arm and she says, oh, I go, oh my God, did you just move your arm? Because she's letting go of the stretch, but she's also stretching. And we're like, yeah, because you have to, because she had so much stress, it had to go somewhere. So it hit her arm, hit her hips, it hit her back. And she went to the hospital for this particular back pain. And she was like, where the hell did this come from? I'm like, let this shit go. Let it go. Let it go.
So if we sit and ask ourselves what judgment created our pain, will we just...
It has to go away once you caught it out. It's like the boogeyman. Once you flash the light at it, it has to go away. It cannot stay.
It's even what the book said, that once you acknowledge it, it has to go away. The pattern ends. I love this stuff. The patterns end when you acknowledge them. Bastard.
Yeah, so just tell it to, like her shoulder pain is caused. And well, okay, can I show you how to do this? It's real simple. All right. So I'll use her shoulder. We were just complaining.
I love this.
So her shoulder is deriving it all over in this area, right? Like here, it hurts her and she can't move her arm and she complained and it's been doing this for 4 months, 5 months, right? Okay, so this has been going on and it'll stop and it comes back and it stops and it comes back. Well, it's just because the energy involved has not gone away. So we're going to call this Kenny energy. This is her ex-husband. This is Kenny energy. And it started when Kenny got married. She couldn't handle it because she in her mind put this illusion. So watch how easy this is for every human to do. Find a body ache that makes no sense. As such, I'm going to do this. And I'm just going to go and feel and see what it is telling me. I'm going to ask it, what judgment or what was held that it was not let go, and tell me what it is so we can officially just let this shit go because we don't want to hold it anymore. And I'm going to just listen. What's it going to tell me? And it is saying all the years I wasn't listened by him. I don't like to be hugged. I don't like a man's affection because they always do this and she don't like that. So she's associating with that. So, and then she said when her childhood, some inappropriate hugging when she was younger and she didn't like that. And she's learning that it's okay, that if somebody's hugging her, it's okay, which we have somebody that really likes to hug her and she really likes that. So if you're watching this,
grab ass.
Grab ass. Keep grab ass. She enjoys to grab ass. She enjoys to grab ass. Well, he asked. Yeah.
Right. He was a gentleman about it. You guys, that's important.
So can I grab your ass?
Ask before you grab the ass. Cosmo approves.
Yeah. Well, Michelle was very good at the fact that he asked, but I had to go jump in the flowers because, start again. Okay, so this is where it's going on. So as he hugged her, it's breaking that pattern because she kind of enjoyed that. She really enjoyed it. And he asked her if she was enjoying that. But then her mind went back to, oh my God, because it has to go somewhere, right? So it started hurting worse. So this is all I do. I go, are not needed. I appreciate that you feel you are not heard. I am sorry you were not heard. I am sorry in this human mind of mine that it is like crazy, but I love you. I hear you now. And I'm giving you permission to just go to the light. And I give you permission to just go to Mother Earth, recycle to the best energy possible. I give you permission to just go from my body. And I'm let go of it, and I feel so much better. And she's like feeling like she's gonna cry because she's like feeling it just wanting to go. And then you just let go, and you just that. And now her shoulder is not hurting because look, it's not hurting, because you have to and it's that fast. And it will tell you where it's coming from. It doesn't want to be there anymore. Right. It actually does want to go. So if the pain comes back, you have not let go completely, and just do the process again. And it will go.
Yeah. Destiny said, as humans, our brains feel the need to tie reasons and meanings and connections to past and current experiences. It's been a challenge for me to just accept and trust. Yes. It's like we have to undo all the conditioning that has been put on us. It's a mind F. Like, you want this thing. This is what I am. And then, no, you're not. You're not that thing. You're like, well, I have to unlearn a bunch of stuff. It is weird. It's a weird experience, but it's fun too. And it's nice that we get to be here to experience it, since this stuff doesn't exist anywhere else. I mean, a lot of this stuff is super painful and super hard, but it is a blessing that we are here to get to experience it, since it's the only place that experiencing it is possible.
Well, this is Loki, and this is what I have done since, and that's what Lucifer. We have both chosen to stay within the illusion to teach. And, watching the human mind evolve, I can tell you it's evolved a lot since I've seen it. And this is the highest evolvement I have seen. Lawrence can come around, because before he has not been able to, but now it's the first time he has been able to come forth. And your human mind, and what you're really doing, as the book said, you already have the knowledge. You're not undoing anything. Right. You already know the stuff. What it's going, that for the lesson to help, for the lesson to stick, you have to hit the life how many different times. Like, you could have the same life right now, and you can have it several different times. I've seen this, like you girls have had this life multiple times, and then you'll get like a deja vu. Well, that's telling you either you need to change something, or do you feel good about that? And if you see it again, then do you need to change it up? Is there something? Michelle had a vision 2 weeks ago, freaked her out, but we told her, I said, it's telling you this is where you had it the last time. So she was in her room, and she got this weird pain, and she goes, what is that? And she had a glimpse of herself in a hospital with an IV bag and a hospital gown, and she was about ready to die. And she's like, what the hell was that? I said, and that you did, because you didn't fulfill your purpose. And here you have bypassed all of that. And it was around October 9th. She wouldn't have, it would have been a different circumstance. So that's what's happening. Humans need to understand. It's a beautiful time to be here, but what's going on is you already have undone this mass times, but for order to get the lesson, you have to start somebody telling you all of this, and you have to relearn it, but it's basically, that's when you find the teachers. It's like his birthday party all the time. It's like you're finding these different spiritual tidbits, and you get excited. But if you already knew the stuff, if you already were born and you already knew, hey, it's not exciting anymore. Why be here? The illusion brings a little of excitement to you. Yeah. And I know you people go, well, I don't want that kind of excitement. You kind of do, because it's how you learn. And then people are appreciative over that, because they can teach it to somebody else, so they can save 10 years, so they don't have to go through that same illusion you had to go through. Yeah. So absolutely. It's just, it's crazy, but that's how you learn.
Yeah. Destiny said, we also wouldn't be as passionate about the things that matter the most if we didn't understand what it feels like to be lost or blind to it. Absolutely. Like, that's how we know what love is because we've experienced what fear is. And I guess another question with old earth and new earth, it sounds like the old earth is monkey mind oriented and fear based, and that the new earth really it's not going to contain those things. We've outgrown them. It is love and unity and compassion. There's still learning, or I guess there's not learning, there's just experiencing. You're still experiencing, but you don't have to experience the darkness so much anymore, because you've outgrown it. You've learned from it.
Right, because you got to remember, you're in this incarnation right now, as you know it. But
sorry, there's a bumblebee at my window, and I waved at it.
Oh, you have to wave at it. Well, what's going on? You also got different lives too going on, and so you're learning, like, maybe one life patience, one life, some kind of religious something, but it all ties into one particular life. And this one, you're focusing more on here, but then you got one focusing here. When you fall asleep, you kind of check in and, where am I at? Or you might feel like a little weird. Oh, it must be me visiting me, saying hello, like a Doctor Who moment. What? That's weird.
Yeah.
But that's what you're doing. So, like as you evolve, like, well, okay, I'll use myself as an example. You remember when I first started channeling, Dave has mentioned this, and he said, when I started channeling, he said he was scared of me. He said, you were an asshole. He said, you scared me so bad. Like, we'd watch Skinwalker Ranch. Most people can watch this. Nope, not if I'm here. If I'm here, I'm going to go ape shit. Okay. And this was 2 years ago. Okay. Try to watch Skinwalker Ranch. And David he just wanted to watch it. Like, I just want to watch it. Cool. Let's watch it. So I'm sitting there and I can sense this portal. I can hear the portal and I hear him say Lucifer. And I get all excited. Like, yeah. Remember, I'm part of that. And I'm as aspect. Of course, I want to be like, and I started getting shitty. So then I looked at David and I just hit him. I just went and I started hitting him because that's the first thing I want to do is I want to hit him. And I hit him hard. And then I toppled over top of him and I was going to smack him more. So Trevor luckily was in the room. He goes, oh shit. So Dave tried to stop it. And I said, if you stop it, I'm going to kill you. We're not stopping this because I like the transmission. Because what's happening, I can feel the transmission going through my body. And I'm like, ooh. It's like an orgasm, like it, Yeah. And it took him holding me down, reciting the Lord's Prayer. And it took an hour to calm my ass down because I hadn't evolved. Now you see me now. Like, look at me now, Mom. And I've evolved. I have evolved. We can watch Skinwalker Ranch. He's actually scared to watch it because he said, I'm scared to watch it. He said, I'm just afraid. And then Demon House with Zach Bagans. Could not watch that show. I was going to go with Zach and I was going to experience it with him. And so that's kind of experiences. Dave says, I will not watch that. And I will not watch Skinwalker Ranch. He says, I want to watch Skinwalker Ranch. I just don't trust you. And I said, just be more scared of Curse of Oak Island right now because I cannot stand that one because I was there and I can ruin that for a lot of people that like that show, but I will not. But I've evolved. I can watch Skinwalker Ranch and it'd be fine. So that's what it is. You start from this situation and you move up like that. And even we are moving up, because we're in a woman's body, which we hate. But we're experiencing it as a woman and teaching it like this because it's different. So we're learning as you're learning, and it's weird, but we're here to as well learn. So, but we don't have the whole monkey mind thing. We don't have any of these things. And what we're doing is we're trying to make sure all of you girls, the priestesses, are, we're getting rid of our karmic crap. As we say, we're getting rid of our karmic crap with each of you because we were assholes to each of you. Guaranteed. Marcus was the worst. It was me. I was the worst. I can't even blame him. I can't. But I was the worst in that. But we don't want to do this again. So we're trying to get it out and do it like one shebang. And that's what we're doing. But you'll notice as you go up, the monkey mind is not so bad. And so bad. It's not so bad because you learn to tell the monkey mind, shh. Yeah. Shh. And Michelle's monkey mind just starts going ape shit. We go, shh, and it pisses it off. Like, no, I gotta be heard. We're like, shh, you don't have to be heard. Yeah. And it makes it mad, and I ignore it like a 2-year-old. It's going to pout. I want to be heard. I got it. I'm like, I don't give a shit. You're not going to be heard. They're Nisha Kriya. It's the worst of Nisha Kriya. It wants to talk. It wants to dictate. It says like the body, not the mind. It wants to dictate all through that. I'm like, no, you're going to shut the hell up and we're going to enjoy the experience. No, it doesn't want to do that. And then at the end, when he does like the little flutes and it's beautiful, her mind wants to start working on what should we be? No. Shh. And I'm like, shh. And she'll see me going, shh. And now her mind can do it and be good. So but as you do it, you can control that. And all that is just fear, but the fear protects you. That's all fear is. It's a protection. Because you got to remember when you were a caveman, that's what protected you from the dinosaurs. Because you were going to not make it because you had to have some level of fear to get you to move. Now that's like an old thing you don't need anymore. You don't need it. Your mind don't need that survival mode. That's just some kind of outdated system in your mind that you're keeping. And you have to just learn to kind of work with it within the human experience. But as you upgrade, that'll get littler. And as you get to a 60, ego's not a thing. Lawrence does not have ego.
Right.
I like my ego. Cosmo likes his ego.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard for us to, well, I mean, we are there, but I'm still an ego asshole, and I really like that. I have an idea, though, Angie, and this is really off topic. I have found, Trevor gave me a great idea, and I actually want to save this money for Stranger Appreciation Day, and I want to bring this up to everybody because I think it's a great idea. Trevor liked it, so I'm going to push this. So he's watching a show, and I don't even know what show he's watching. It has nothing to do with New Earth and Old Earth. I want to bring it up.
It's all right.
He said it to me. I thought, hey, I wanted to bring it up. So just kind of break the New Earth. This is Old Earth talking, old soul. This would be like, oh, your old souls are idiots. All right, here, you're going to find out. So he's watching the show. I don't know what it is. And he says, I know of a kind of a good way, Loki, specifically Loki, for you to save money for Stranger Appreciation Day and do that. And I'm like, hey, it's just putting it on. He said, but it's only for you. All right. He said, there's I guess whatever the character has a douchebag jar. And every time he acts like a douchebag, he has to put money in the douchebag jar. And he said, since I'm the major douchebag, I'd be putting money in that jar. And I said, so how do you approach people? Just get this for you from the douchebag jar. Right. I really don't think that's going to be a thing. But then I figured we could make some good money from me, from him, from Dylan. Yeah. I figured between all of us being assholes, we could really do that. But so I wanted to bring that to your attention. We're not going to do that. But Trevor was serious and he loved that idea. And I go, no, we're not going to approach people and say, just know the douchebag jar. No. So I just thought, if you want to hear it. Yeah.
Oh man, Destiny said New Girl, ? My all-time favorite
New Girl. That's New Girl. He loves that show, New Girl. Yeah, he loves that show. It's New Girl. I can't remember the name of it. He's been watching that, and he said, he's every time he acts like a douchebag, they go, douchebag. He said, jar.
There you go.
He said, that would be me. Go, jar.
Yeah. Actually, what we were talking about before we started this, that we wanted to get back into physical exercise with people again, right? So do we want to talk about that? Because now this can open you up for spirit gifts also.
Yes. This is located. Well, I'm gonna bring Michelle out. That little Michelle talk.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. He's so cute.
Let her know okay.
So cute. So what we were thinking is we want to start. So I used to be a few years back when I met this wonderful lady. They don't talk to me anymore because I don't go to the High Renaissance Festival anymore because I found some people that like to put curses on you. So decide not to go there. There's a lot of people that like to throw little shit at you.
Crazy. So
I don't go anymore because I'm not working at the Macy's of the fair anymore. So.
Yeah.
But I met this, and she's part of the Beachbody, and I love exercise. I got that from Aunt Betty and Mom. I mean, and Grandma did her little whatever, and then Aunt Betty would walk up and down Grandma and Grandpa's, and she'd be doing her little power walk, and she did aerobics, and I was just so like, she's Olivia Newton-John. We're related, man. That is cool. Yeah, it was cool. That was great. So I don't know. Exercise has been thinking, and our mom and our dad just been into their physical activity. It's always a contest, So we thought so on the beach. So she's part of Beachbody. And then these Beachbody, and Dana that's how I met Dana, is we'd have a group, and one of the Beachbody coaches, you'd find a workout, and you'd post your sweaty pic day one, and you could put your measurements. Well, day one, you put your measurements, your weight, and all that. But Melanie was cool, and her name was Melanie. You didn't have to put all that. She was sweet. You didn't have to put all that. She just
Melanie.
Sweet, like your sweaty face, and sometimes your weight. She would put her weight, but it was always like 130 or one, and mine was always like, nah. But you would see the progression though, and that. So it was a great experience because it gets you motivated. Like she'd put her picture up, and I'm like, shit, I gotta get my picture up, and maybe exercise. And I'm thinking, oh my god, I didn't do it yet. And she would know if it was a fake picture. I took a picture. Like, I'm tired. And she said, you're not sweating. That's fake. And she'd take it down. All right. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you. So yeah, you had to have sweat. She said, I got to see sweat that you actually worked out. So me and Angie wanted to inspire others because part of spiritual ascension, a part of the spiritual awakening is physical movement of any sort. So what we're wanting to propose is we're going to do it too. 3 times a week is what whatever your 3 days is. You don't have to have Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's going to be whatever your 3 days are. And you can have more or, minimal of 3 days is what but if you do 2 days, 1 day, we're good with that because you're doing something on a day. So 3 days, but in order to be qualified for the spirit gift, it has to be 3 days or more, 20 minutes or more. If any physical exercise you want to do, post your sweaty pic. It has to be sweaty. We will know if it's not sweaty. Melanie always knew if it wasn't sweaty.
We're gonna get
You don't have to
Melanie
put your
involved.
measurements. You don't have to put any of that, but at least a pic of you looking like you're going to die, because she always looked like she was going to die, man. Her pics she was like on the floor, like passed out. I'm like, who's taking her pictures? My boyfriend. I'm like, oh my God. She looked like she was going to die because she do these. She's like jumping up and down doing all of this. I'm sitting there going, I can't do any of that. I'm going to puke through that. But that's how she would do things. So you don't have to do your face. You're passed out on the floor. It does not matter. However, but you just look like you're going to die, like you just did something, or this or whatever you want to do, like you did, but for 20 minutes, and we're hoping you're honest here because so we're going to hope that you do this. It was 20 minutes. But if you post your pic 3 days a week, and we will keep track of who's doing whatever, you will be for our spirit gift, a monthly spirit gift for this, because part of spiritual ascension is physical activity. And we're not going to ask for like your food, because Beachbody, that was another thing. Why did you? No, I'm not going to put the pizza I had.
Yeah.
Or the margarita or the beer I had on there, so. But we would like if people would want to do that, we're going to add that today. I think that's great. And it's whatever activity. You don't have to, we're not going to put a list of activities. It has to be, anything you want to do.
Destiny said, I need diet buddies too. This is awesome. Not like cutting food, but healthier foods, meals, and challenges. Shit, y'all. This is such a great idea. Awesome. Yep, we still need to go back and do another exercise thing. We had our Norse thing. That was fun. So we wanted to do another one where we do it with y'all too. Not only will you get in for a spirit gift, but also a hot ass and a healthier life. You got that right. We're all here for a hot ass. Isn't that Karu?
Yeah, this is Loki. And you're all here to strive to get somebody like Marcus, woman or man. Doesn't matter. He's got your Kira ass.
Yeah. We all want it.
Y'all want that. Yeah. That's the kind of ass you should all strive for, is Marcus ass.
Yeah. It's true.
It is.
His hips don't lie, y'all.
I have a flat ass. I got a flat ass. He's got that nice booty. So everybody should strive for that nice hot ass, which is what he has. So he did a lot of squats, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Destiny says totes Karu, because it is. OMG, I daydream about a certain ass. I bet you do.
Oh yeah, she sent a pic on Michelle's phone, and that was eye-opening. She said, and I'm like, for you, oh my God, because it's for her, and I'm happy for her, and we're all like happy for her, but this pic was like, but the person in the pic knew. I know I'm hot, and I'm gonna pose. And Destiny's like, I know you are, and I'm gonna stare at that, and I'm like, stare at that.
Were there designs on the pockets? So I've noticed that some guys that know they've got a nice ass, they will wear decorative pockets.
No. He was leaning back. He was leaning back with his legs spread out with shorts.
Okay.
Giving you no idea for the imagination.
Yeah. Well,
in front of a lot of gay men where we appreciated that picture.
Yeah.
We're all happy for Destiny. We're like, yay, Destiny!
You go, girl!
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Well, I guess we should wrap this up because I've got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, same.
Oh, man. Oh, heck yeah. So we'll have an Ask Lazarus on this Thursday. Next Thursday, we're doing the spirit gift, right? Or is that the Tuesday after that? I don't know.
No, that's next Thursday. That's when her birthday is.
Is that right?
Next Thursday, we were doing the spirit gift.
It is right. Oh, man.
Yeah, Michelle turns a whole 29. We're going to take Scott's age. We're going to be 29.
Right. Yeah. It's awesome. Perfect. Yep. So spirit gifts go out on the 18th, and we'll show it ahead of time. I feel like I've got one and you've got one, and I feel like we'll show them, and then we'll tell you who the winner is, and then we'll keep doing that. And then I don't know. We'll tell you when the next Tuesday teaching is. It might be on the 23rd. If you guys have any topics you might want us to cover something, you can let us know. Otherwise, we'll pick another something and we'll just keep going. We got a Destiny with a yay. Happy birthday, Michelle. Heck yeah, it's going to be an exciting time. All right. So I guess let's have Marcus come in because I'm not doing great over here. I need to go to the bathroom.
This is Marcus, and the same thing's happening over here.
Yeah.
We can feel it, and it feels like,
it's not great.
No, it is not. Not especially in a woman's body. But no, you got to start preparing because we got a crossbow coming up.
Oh, I know.
So it's one of those. Yeah, but they're fun. Okay, so I'd like to thank Spirit. I would like to thank all the divine light and love who has been here to join us today to give information. I thank you for the author of Conversations for God. I'm appreciative of this because this is knowledge. I appreciative of, Lazarus and Lucian. I am appreciative that Destiny was here and everybody's going to be watching. I'm grateful for you. We're very grateful when you follow. And I am grateful for Reku because he keeps Destiny in line and he's a wonderful teacher. And I do want to give him a shout out. He likes his shout outs. So we're going to give him a shout out for Destiny. And he does not approve of the picture, Destiny. He says he was not approved of that picture, but he says he got it. He understood. And he said he looks better. So he said, I want to throw that at you. I just wanted to tell you that's what he's saying. But he was already telling her that. I'm just, But I really, thank you, everybody that is here joining and all the love you give us every week. And we love everybody. This was a great subject. And if you have any more information you'd like to add, please feel free. If you have any great ideas you'd like to see Blue Heavens do, feel free to do that. We got a lot of ideas we'll talk about on Thursday, what we're thinking of doing. And we talk about the book that we're doing, and Angie could talk about, because I Think and Grow Rich, this is still going on with that. So we're going to do that. So I am going to hand it over to my priestess because she looks like she's going to die. It looks like she's got water to hear. I'm going to hand it over to here, whatever. And we love everybody, and I'll hand it to my priestess.
Yeah. I love y'all. I'm not even going to say nothing. I love y'all. We'll see you on Thursday.